Welcome to That's Based. Happy WTF Wednesday. I'm your host, as always, Caleb Salvatore, reporting from somewhere underground. We're laughing our way through the end of days, brought to you by outlaw streamers and our friends over at Blood of Tyrants Wines. If you go over to drinkbloodofTyrants.com and use the promo code BASED, like the title of the show, BASED, you'll save 10% off your order at the checkout. They have red Merlot wine, white Tears of Tyrants wine, along with the Liquid Freedom energy drink, as you see pictured there. DrinkbloodofTyrants.com with the promo code BASED, BASED. Like the title of the show, you'll save 10% off your order at the checkout. Their products are made from all natural ingredients. Not all natural, because they use a juicer, but all natural ingredients. Come support the only brand of wine that was featured in a Vice News article about domestic extremism here in the United States. DrinkbloodofTyrants.com. Promo code BASED. Like the title of the show, you'll save 10% off your order at the checkout. Stockholm, the red face of white supremacies, here with us, as always, on WTF Wednesdays. How's it going, and what do you have to say for these articles you've chosen for us?
Good. We have Loch Ness
Loch
Monster. Ness. Yeah. Not about a specific sighting, though, so it's a different one today.
Mixing it up this month.
Mixing it up. We have another fortune teller.
Okay.
Scammer.
Another scam artist.
Chupacabra.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, so
I got a question for you.
Ones.
Do you think that Gavin Newsom's winery carries Blood of Tyrants wines?
I'm sure it goddamn does.
You're goddamn right, it goddamn does. We're going to talk all about Newsom on Saturday. I listened. Here's how much I care about you guys. Don't ever accuse me of not taking this job seriously. I listened to 4 hours and 15 minutes of Gavin Newsom talking uninterrupted on the Sean Ryan podcast just so I could do a special episode for you guys. So I don't want to hear a goddamn thing. And we keep saying goddamn. You'll understand why if you've listened to it or when we get to it on Saturday. But this is WTF Wednesday, where we take a break from politics and we get into the weird, the supernatural, the unusual, the paranormal. Things like aliens, things like Bigfoot, ghosts, sea monsters. We just have all the weird things that slip through the headlines that we don't normally cover on the show. We have a little bit of fun because there's too much serious stuff going on in the goddamn world, goddammit. So I got to stop making that inside joke until people understand what it means. Okay. What should I start with here? Which one should I open with?
It's up to you. Just how about we end the show with Loch Ness Monster,
Always.
like usual.
We'll end it with the Nessie. All right. First one here. Let's open with a fortune teller scam artist. How about that? Fortune teller eats Indian man's gold ring. I bet it tasted like shit. A faux fortune teller in India made off with a man's gold ring by way of a simple yet effective scheme wherein he ate the expensive piece, according to a local media report. The curious caper occurred earlier this month outside of a temple in the city of Pune. Okay, so they can eat rings but not hamburgers. Is that what we're saying here? Recounting the incident to police, can we talk about the Hindus, how they picked the dumbest animal to find sacred? A cow. It's fat, it's stupid, it stands there and does nothing, and they worship it. I mean, it's like the people in New Jersey elected Chris Christie governor. This is a step up from that. It says, recounting the incident to the police, the victim explained that he was approached by the self-proclaimed mystic who promised to predict his future and provide insights into any problems in his life. As the pair chatted, the savvy psychic separated the man from his gold ring by asking to see the band, which is when things went wildly awry. After theatrically performing a ritual on the ring before the victim's very eyes, the fortune teller popped the piece into his mouth in response to the man's request to return the gold band. He merely replied that he would discover it inside his residence when he returned home and that it would be more powerful than before. So is this like Lord of the Shit Rings? The one ring to rule them all. It gets it. The metaphysical realm didn't wash it off. It's covered in this guy's dung. And it's Indian dung, so you know it's bad. In response to the man's request, it says, the soothsayer then dashed away from the scene with the ring still in his mouth. Flabbergasted by the whole turn of events, the victim reported the incident to police after the promised discovery of the piece never unfolded that day. Okay, how much can this guy's ring be worth is the question, that you're willing to go to this extreme to steal it. So did he swallow the ring or was it in his mouth? Because this is conflicting information here. Because if he swallowed it, eventually, you're going to shit it out. I don't think. Yeah, I'm not a doctor. I don't think your insides are going to be able to digest that. But eventually you're going to shit it out. But you're going to dig through your own shit for a little ring like this? I mean, how much could it possibly be worth if you're doing that? That's my question. Even putting it in your mouth, there's got to be a quicker way to make $100, right? Because that's all you really get, like scrap gold rings. Nobody. When I was in college, I worked in a pawn shop. Nobody wants used jewelry. That's what people don't realize. They come in there, and you see like this marriage that ended in shambles, and this woman will come in with her wedding ring that the husband got her for $15,000, thinking she's going to get at least half that, and then we tell her we'll give you $500 for it because we're going to turn around and sell it for $1,000 to $1,200, and they get all upset, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. There is no market for used rings, for used gold, for used diamonds. Not in the wedding department, at least, because it's got bad juju. You wouldn't want another woman's wedding ring, would you? Engagement ring. Let me ask you, would you rather have a used engagement ring that's like 5 carats or a new one that's like $3,000?
A new one that's $3,000, even if it's from like Zales or something like that.
JCPenney.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's yours. Yeah, it's not somebody else's, and that's what they don't realize. Anyway, I went on a long tangent there that had nothing to do with it. That's where I get these things out on WTF Wednesday. You know what I noticed that week we took off is that's the first week we've taken off. We've missed like individual shows, but that's the first week we've taken off since we started this show like almost 3 years ago. And that's the worst week of sleep I've had in 3 years. And what I've realized is I didn't sleep that week because my brain was just running like on a hamster wheel in constant circles. And now that I'm back, I'm able to exercise my brain and get that out. It's like the dog when he hasn't been on a walk in a couple of days and he starts getting all hyper at night. I'm the same exact way. So that's what I figure. I have to do this for my own sanity. Otherwise I won't sleep. And because that's what I'm going over things in my brain like that I would be saying on the show. And then we have these WTF Wednesday episodes and the Monday shows so I can just spout all the extra bullshit and rants like the rant I did on Monday about how you shouldn't do a food truck, how you shouldn't eat at food trucks. I got texts about how great of a rant that was. Lots of people agree with me on that, by the way. Okay, let's go to the next one. We had one of these. Slew of slain farm animals stirs Chupacabra concerns in Mexico. We once owned a Chupacabra. Says the mysterious slaying of a slew of... I hate when they do these alliterations. It's every fucking month. By the way, this is WTF Wednesday. For those of you just tuning in, we do this on the third Wednesday of every month. The mysterious slaying of a slew of farm animals. I'm changing the words from here on out. I'm done with these alliterations. They tongue twist me. They get me confused. They throw me off track. In Mexico has raised the specter of the infamous Chupacabra, which some believe may have been behind the grisly attacks. According to a local media report, the unsettling incident came to light last Thursday morning when a family in, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, woke up to find that 20 of their sheep and chickens were killed by an unknown predator overnight. Gee, it couldn't have been a wolf, right? A coyote, no. Mountain lion, no. A whatever the fuck they have in Mexico. A Chupacabra is what it was. The discovery was particularly unnerving due to the weird way which the unfortunate animals met their demise. Puzzling the family was that their sheep and chickens were kept in an area surrounded by a tall fence that would have required the killer to fly or leap into the location to pull off the grisly feat. Additionally, the predator was seemingly interested in the animal's blood beyond anything else, as they were merely killed with the monstrous bites rather than being eaten or taken for a future meal. The strangeness of the slayings has led some to suggest that the Chupacabra could have been behind the vampiric attack that went unnoticed in the middle of the night. I think they're jumping to some ridiculous conclusions with Chupacabra here. They haven't even considered vampires or aliens. No one's considered a UFO autopsy. That they abducted them, they ran their experiment, and they dropped them back down. They drained all the blood out of them. The aliens are nice. They clean up after themselves with the blood. So the family who lost the animals is understandably on edge following the incident, especially since they also keep goats, cows, and turkeys on their farm. While those animals were spared last week, there is fear that the bloodthirsty creature could return to target them. The family expressed dismay that authorities have yet to investigate the strange slayings, demanding that someone get to the bottom of the mystery before the panic-inducing predator strikes again. Gee, well, it's in Juarez, Mexico, so the authorities can either focus on the cartels or your Chupacabra chicken slayer here. I wonder what they're going to do. Actually, they might focus on the Chupacabra. The Chupacabra can't buy him off like the cartels do down there, you know? It's, you know what it probably is? It's probably a fox. It's probably a fox, because we have some friends that had a chicken coop, and the fox got into it and massacred the entire chicken coop. And it didn't eat anything. It was just like this. They walked out as it was ending. It didn't eat anything. It killed all of the chickens for sport and then walked away. They walked out as it was leaving the hen house. So foxes will do that. They're little fucking sociopathic serial killers. So that's probably, I hate to be the spoiler here, it was probably some type of fox. They're little lunatics. Pure, like, American Psycho narcissists, foxes. What do you think it was?
A chupacabra.
A chupacabra?
Or a vampire, or a vegetarian vampires.
Vegetarian vampire.
That's what they are in Twilight.
They're vegetarian. What do the vampires eat in Twilight?
Animal blood.
That's not vegetarian. It's an animal.
Well, they're vegetarian vampires because they don't kill humans. They
kill
animals.
What kind of animals do they feast on?
They go hunting, like in the
So
woods.
they go pick up Fido out of your yard?
No, they go like in the woods. They do like
Miss Perry's little poodle just gets scooped up right out of her arms by this sparkly faggot in glitter.
They do like bears and deers. They like go to the woods and stuff.
Oh, I see. So they're screwing with the hunting season. So they're even worse.
Yeah.
So you get these permits to go shoot deer, and then they over-deliver the permits. They overestimate how many hunters are going to be, or how many deer there are going to be. So the hunters go out there and they shoot more, and then they create this whole population crisis because now there's not enough deer because they overissued the permits, and the hunters shot too many. And you just so they're creating a whole ecosystem problem. They're fucking everything up because I'm assuming the vampires don't have their hunting licenses and proper permits to go get these deer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
disgusting.
Or in the Vampire Diaries, what they'll do, sometimes, not all the time.
There are the Salvatore brothers in the Vampire Diaries. I was told.
Brothers.
That's what I was. I've never seen it, but that's what I was told.
Yes. Damon and Stefan. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll go to blood banks, like hospitals, and get blood. Not all the time. They just do that a couple times.
What happened to Blade? What happened to Van Helsing, the Hugh Jackman movie, when vampires weren't gay? Why did vampires all of a sudden become just soft sissy boys? Why did we decide we're going to take this mythological creature that's been, that has terrorized people for hundreds and hundreds of years, whether it be around campfires, at movie theaters, on their home TV screens? We've terrorized people with books. We've terrorized people with stories of vampires. And then for whatever reason, some point in like the mid 2000s, they just decided we're going to make these things the gayest fucking things on earth. And they've never looked back.
There's some hardcore vampires in the Vampire Diaries.
I'm talking like Salem's Lot vampires, though. That's not a thing anymore. They're all sparkly and well-dressed. They've got feelings. It's like the Sons of Anarchy, which I enjoyed, but the bikers were just soft and sensitive. It was One Tree Hill and a gun-running motorcycle gang. That's all it was. You know, it's Dawson's Creek meets the Hells Angels. We're getting too soft with our television shows, is what I'm saying here. All right, we got two more. This third story here is brought to you by Hot Salt. If you go to firecracker.farm and use the promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show, you'll save 10% off your order at the checkout on Hot Salt. Hot Salt goes great on everything. It's a combination of Mediterranean sea salt, scorpion pepper, Carolina Reaper, and ghost pepper. Throw it on your margaritas, throw it on your chicken, your beef, your fish. Hot salt, firecracker.farm, not .com, .org, or .net. With the promo code BASED, you'll save 10%. They'll hook you up over there, made in the good old US of A, so you don't got to worry about the tariffs on a family farm with love. Firecracker.farm is your answer to all of your culinary quandaries. Do you like it? I'm doing the alliterations now. I'm taking back control of my own show. And if you use the promo code BASED, BASED, like the title of the show, at firecracker.farm. Remember, .farm, not .com, .org, or .net. You'll save 10% off your order at the checkout. All right. Here we go. French man escapes prison by hiding in released cellmate's luggage. Not in his boggle timers. A clever and apparently rather flexible French prisoner. Well, you know the French, they're like in the circus. They do all that shit. That's probably this guy. Isn't that like a rite of passage in France, is to be in the circus? So this guy was probably like an acrobat or something. Says managed to escape incarceration by hiding inside the luggage of his cellmate who was released from the facility. Do they let you take luggage to prison? Like when the cops come to raid your house, they're like, all right, let me pack my suitcase. Is that a thing? How much shit do you need to bring to prison to where you have luggage? I thought they come get you and they throw whatever you have in a locker. And then when you're done, maybe your loved ones get it unless it's evidence. And then when you're done, you get it back. I didn't know that they...
It's the French prisons.
Yeah. It's the French vampire, gay prisons. I didn't know they let you pack you pack a toothbrush, you know? It says the bizarre caper reportedly came to light on Saturday when officials at the Lyon Corbus prison discovered that the 20-year-old inmate had gone missing. Subsequent investigation determined the young man had stuffed himself into a large laundry bag that his cellmate used to carry his belongings out of the prison. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Once again, I go on a 5-minute rant about something that if I would have read one sentence down, would have explained it all. But that's the charm of this show, right? That his cellmate used to carry his belongings out to prison when he was released the previous day. Speaking to a local media outlet about the extremely rare event, a French prison official attributed the incident to an accumulation of errors and a series of serious malfunctions. Unfortunately for the pick, so the other guy had to be in on it, right? He had to be in on it because you don't pick up your bag and be like, wow, this is like 175 pounds heavier than it normally is. I didn't think I had this much shit. Oh, well, here's my question. What do you owe this guy? What kind of dirt does he have on you? Or just how stupid are you that the day you get out of prison, you decide to, I'm not even going to call it risk it all. You decide to guarantee that you go back for a felony or whatever they call it in France. Some type of surrender, I'm sure. But you decide to go back for a felony for helping some other scumbag get out of prison. You know they're going to catch you. You know you're on video, but you do it anyway. An accumulation of errors, a series of serious malfunctions. Fortunately for the piggybacking prisoner, there we go again, it would appear that his taste of freedom was short-lived, as authorities captured him on Monday. As of now, the released inmate who toted the man out of the facility is yet to be charged for the incident. That said, one assumes his time outside may wind up being equally fleeting once French authorities complete their investigation into the strange escape. Oh, yeah, he's going to jail. There's no doubt about it. He's going back to jail. I don't think you could, unless you're the strongest man in the world and you just genuinely can't tell the difference between 200 pounds and 6 pounds that are in your, this feels a little heavier than my clothes and my phone and my wallet. I wonder what it could be here. All right, let's go to the last one here. The last one's brought to you by Tactilian. Go get a gift for the Patriot in your life at Tactilian.com with the promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show. You'll save 15% off your order at the checkout. It's Tactilian.com. Tactilian offers patriotic gear and apparel for your home, for your office, for your vehicle, for your pets, and most importantly, for you. If you're one of the haters who hate listens to this show, and I know we've got quite a few, why not buy from the sponsors? You've stuck around long enough, you might as well support me financially by going to Tactilian.com, Tactilian.com with the promo code BASED. Like the title of the show, you'll save 15% off your order at the checkout. Not only will you haters be supporting me financially, which I know you like to do, I'm going to become a pay pig. I'm going to insult that's the new career path. I'm going to insult my haters and demean them or I'm going to make them the pay pigs. You know what a pay pig is? It's like a pathetic man that finds a woman online or in real life, and he gets turned on by her degrading him, and he gives her money for it. It's a real thing. People are into it. So I'm going to make them my pay pigs, the haters, and I'm just going to get them to give me money by buying from the sponsors. But more importantly than helping me, you'll be able to give back, because I know so many of you are socialists and you want to be very, very generous with other people's money. But the second it comes to being generous with your own money, all of a sudden you don't have any. Crazy how that works, because you're all broke losers. But if you go to tactilian.com, TACTILIAN.com, and use the promo code BASED, BASED, like the title of the show, not only are you going to save 15% off your order at the checkout, which we know you need to save the money because you don't have any to begin with, but you're also going to help build homes for wounded veterans. So for the first time in your life, you'll be able to help somebody other than your miserable selves getting fatter by eating garbage food and sitting on your asses all day. One more time, tactilian.com, TACTILIAN.com. With the promo code BASED, BASED, like the title of the show, you'll save 15% off your order at the checkout and help build homes for wounded veterans. You see why we're so selective about who we take on as a sponsor? Because 90% of other brands would not have let me go on a tirade like that and just personally insult a bunch of people and get away with it. But we pick the ones that do, even if they don't pay as much money. That's why. All right, last one. It's a Nessie one. Do I need to brace myself? Are we going to see some fucking neck-bearded virgin, or how's this going to go?
No, it's actually a study on the sightings, on the Nessie sightings.
Who studies? You know these idiots are getting, like, government money for this. Like, we're paying for this crap. You know that, right? They're getting, yeah, okay. Study finds witness accounts contradict iconic depiction of Loch Ness Monster. Uh-oh. An interesting study of men who live in their parents' basement. I added that part. An interesting study of accounts from individuals claiming to have spotted the Loch Ness Monster found that only a teeny tiny percentage, I added teeny, of witnesses observed something resembling the iconic depiction of the legendary creature. Dr. Charles Paxson of the University of St. Andrews and Adrian Shrine from the Loch Ness Center. So it's not a biased study at all. The Loch Ness Center conducted it. It's not like they have any incentive there to keep themselves in the news. Conducted the research that looked at the prevalence of the classic Nessie image featuring a head, a series of humps, and a tail emerging from the water. While they found this portrayal of the quote-unquote monster in around 25 to 32% of postcards, that percentage was in stark contrast to what witnesses had actually seen, or claimed they had seen. Remarkably, the researchers determined that a mere 1.5% of Nessie sighting reports included mention of humps emerging from the water. This is real groundbreaking shit here. You know, all the work with AI and cancer treatment. No, this right here is the stuff we need to be pouring money into. Remarkably, the researcher, and you know this guy is a joke among his colleagues, right? Like, you know, he graduated, he got his doctor degree or whatever, and this is the crap that he's studying. He's got classmates that are out curing all these weird diseases and just generally making humanity better. And in some cases worse, but they're evil supervillains, so that works too. And this is the shit he's doing. Says Paxton, reflecting on the findings, Paxton mused that they contradict scholars' frequent assumption that monsters are generated by cultural expectations. Additionally, he noted that their research lends some credence to Nessie reports and that the iconic image of the animal is that of a creature that physiologically could not exist in nature. In this case, Paxton observed, it really seems witnesses do not generally report the impossible, despite how widespread such a depiction of the famed monster has become over the years. Well, there you have it. There's proof. It adds to the mystique, to the legend of Nessie. It's real. I don't think I need any more. I say it every month. I don't need any more convincing. I'm sold. Nessie's real. This did it right here. So I want to know what these people are actually seeing. If they don't see the humps, what are they seeing? My hump, my lovely lady hump.
Please don't do that again.
You're not a Black Eyed Peas fan?
No. They're seeing, like, the tail.
So they're thinking it's like a giant sea serpent. Is that what they're saying? Or?
Yeah. They're seeing, yeah, the tail or, like, the head or like part of one of the humps or something. I don't know.
I still think we start your Loch Ness YouTube channel. I think that would be a hit. There'd be a lot of sweaty, hairy, lonely guys that would be really into you. You would absolutely crush that market because you'd be the first female on the planet that doesn't look like Howard Stern and shows an interest in what they're doing. So I think we'll crush it. We even make some money off like a Patreon, stuff like that. Let's do it. I want that stay-at-home dad money off Mia's Loch Ness grift. Let's roll, all right? Anyway, that's been our show. We will see you guys on Saturday. We're going to be talking about Gavin goddamn Newsom, goddammit. Cheat on your taxes, not your spouse. Stay based.